Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Sherlock Holmes vs. Jack the Ripper, where we're doing a thing. And I used to watch the kind of end of the last video that I'd recorded, which is why it's really helpful for me to say what I'm planning on doing in the next session. Unfortunately, I have forgotten to do that, so I don't actually know what I'm doing. I know that the body has a great symbolic value in the manner it might serve people and can be considered mystical or magical depending on the beliefs. Right. Oh, I have no idea what we're doing. We don't know if they're right or left-handed. If Jack is right or left. Cut open the throat. Strong man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we heading back to Whitechapel? Back to the police station? There was a Badoop.
Well, if I follow Holmes's instructions, then to begin my investigation into this leather apron, I must first head to the police station.
Oh, he gave me instructions at the end of the last video? Alright, that's not good. Can't remember them. Help me?
Good evening, sir. What do you... I know you. You were here last week with Sherlock Holmes.
I have a message from Mr. Holmes.
Indeed. I have come to bring a message from Sherlock Holmes for Inspector Aberline.
Very well, I will pass it on. But come to think of it, someone was asking about you recently. Finley, the caretaker of some shady boarding house nearby. Does that mean anything to you?
Ah, perhaps.
Leather apron.
Actually, I read in the Star that you have arrested a suspect called Leather Apron.
You shouldn't believe what you read in that rag, sir. The man is being hunted, but we have yet to get our hands on him, and we aren't close to it either.
Why ever not?
Bah, he's a specialist in the streetwalker racket. These girls make pitiful witnesses, and we don't inspire confidence. Furthermore, the man seems to be pretty discreet lately. Someone must be helping to hide him.
Okay. Well, how could we find him?
How to get on his trail, then?
One of these girls would have to confide in us and give a valid description of the man. Then we'd ask around the journeymen, who use aprons, I imagine.
Okay.
Well, goodbye. I must go to Finley's boarding house.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was obvious before. Excuse me. And that's kind of the next left turn, isn't it? Just somewhere around here. I don't like all these dark spots. It's really worrying me. That light isn't giving off much light, alas. You must be Mr. Finley. Memory serves.
Good evening, Finley.
Oh, good evening, sir. Aren't you the gentleman who was with the great detective the other time?
That is indeed me, Dr. Watson.
The police sent me here.
Tell me, Finley, I was told that you were looking for us at the police station.
Indeed, I wanted to thank you for last time, you know. That vagrant has never set foot round mine again. I even found a tenant, one who pays his rent, I mean.
What's he like?
You don't seem very happy, but you were lucky to have found a good tenant so quickly.
It's just that this man is very strange. He paid several days in advance and I gave him a key to the place. Since then, he goes out every night and returns at ungodly hours. I'm sure he goes to visit the ladies, but still, every night. And when he moved in, something must have broken in his case and stank up the stairs in his room for 2 days. I think it was a jar. It must be over there.
That does not fill me with confidence, because I'm assuming that the contents of the jar are going to be organic remains, shall we say. Maybe one of Jack's trophies. Right, Mr. Leather Apron.
Tell me, have you heard talk of Leather Apron?
By the papers, that's all. This man seems very sinister.
Do you know any journeymen who use this type of apron?
The slaughterhouse butchers, I believe, but definitely the cobblers. I know one, old Isaac Solomonovich. His workshop is on a small street in the Jewish community, across from the hospital. He's a good man. He can help you. But you know, the people there are very close and don't share much with non-Jews.
Okay.
Thank you, Finley.
At your service, sir.
I hope we don't have to pretend to be Jewish, because that could get quite awkward. Oh, is it the green glass? Is that the jar?
This odour is very strong indeed, but the whole neighbourhood as such has a dreadful stench. Finley might have an idea as to what this jar that contained.
What do you want, Doctor?
This smell.
You're right, the pieces of the jar that your tenant broke do give off a strange smell.
It's true. That's quite normal given his trade.
Oh.
Yes, and what would the trade be of your strange tenant?
A doctor, like yourself, I believe. Dr. Tumblety, a foreigner. Canadian, perhaps.
Canadians.
Dr. Tumblety. It might be interesting to know more about him.
Okay.
Thank you, Finley.
At your service, sir.
So interesting. I wonder if they are going to make Jack Canadian. I doubt it. That seems quite ridiculous. Ugh. Just a random thought. Apologising as he's mutilating. That's. And then I thought that it'd be a terrible thing to say, and then I said it anyway in describing what I was saying. And now I feel really awkward about the fact that I've just said what I wasn't going to say in such a way as to say it without actually saying it, which is the problem. Because then when you describe the fact that you don't want to say something and then say it as a matter of saying that I don't want to say it, you end up saying it while also not saying it, which is rather ludicrous. Right, we're going to the hospital, which is around here somewhere. Oh my goodness. I don't know how dark this is going to be on YouTube. But it's really unhelpful. I think they're trying to go for an atmosphere. But it's oh dear. Hello? Oh, you're drunk. I was worried you were dead.
I have no reason to go that way.
Right. Can we go into the hospital? This is the hospital area. Can we go in and find out something about Dr. Tumblety? Silk and alpaca umbrellas. Ah, very interesting.
Good evening, Doctor. My name is Dr. Watson. Pleased to meet you.
Good evening. I am Dr. Gibbons. Likewise.
Oh. Hello. And you know, when I think of finding out information about a doctor, I think that going to a hospital is a stupid idea, just like Watson here. It's not exactly a hospital, but it's certainly some medical kind of medical area. You'd think that there'd be like Solomonovich.
A cobbler's shop.
Yes.
Closed. I will return later. The policeman said the street girls would know something about the leather apron. Maybe I should go and see Lucy.
Was Lucy the woman whose dad oh my goodness, you just magically walked on his foot without hurting him? Clearly Whitechapel is too poor to afford gravity. Okay, so he's there. Now we're looking for kind of leather apron stuff. Although we have this Dr. Tumblety, although there might be some information back at Baker Street we could get. Now, where is she? I can't remember what she was wearing. Is it one of these ladies? Is it you, my dear?
You're in a rush, my pretty? Come, I'll have you done so quickly you'll only have time to pay.
Where is it? It's around here, wasn't it? Ah! Oh, do I just shout up? Oh, right, yes. Hello.
Oh, it's you. I'm coming. Dr. Watson, how are you?
How's your uncle?
Well, and yourself? And how's your uncle?
Oh, he sleeps a lot, but he doesn't seem to be suffering. Your medicine has worked wonders. Thank you again.
It was the least I could do.
Let's go at Leather Apron then.
I have come to see you about a certain Leather Apron. Have you heard of him?
Oh, yes, of course. Terrible things are said about that man.
Have you ever come across him?
Goodness gracious, no. But I know that he has threatened and taken many girls in my situation. I don't know what more I can say, but Bella would be able to tell you some.
Who's Bella?
Who is Bella?
Bella Pullman. She's the landlady of the place where I could take you there if you like.
Please do.
It's me. It's Lucy. This gentleman would like to speak to Bella. It's the doctor who helped me. I must leave to return to my uncle. Thanks again.
I like the accent. They seem to have done that quite well for her. Other characters. Eh.
Out of the way, I don't like the look of you.
That's my I'm an idiot and I don't know what's going on voice that I put on. That's not a good voice for a character.
If you'd be patient, Madam Bella will arrive in a moment.
Good evening. I am Dr. Watson.
Why not just
It
cut
is
to
young
this?
Lucy who told me to come see you.
So you're the Good Samaritan who saved her uncle without asking for anything in return. And now you've come to see me, no doubt, to explain that the poor little thing doesn't belong here, and you will see to her future. Well, if you expect me to let her leave with you...
It's not that, Ma'am. You should know I am a married man.
And why should that matter?
I need some information.
I believe there has been a misunderstanding. The reason that Lucy sent me here is that you may be able to give me some information about Leather Apron.
Are you a doctor or a constable?
Yes.
I am most certainly a doctor, but I am acting in this matter in a private capacity, and I would like to find this man.
Well, if you're able to rid us of him, I'll give you a week's worth of free passes. That man is a thorn in our sides. He spies on the girls in the streets and watches them inside the houses, spying through the windows. And as soon as they're finished with a client, he jumps on them without any warning and forces them to give him their money. I've never seen him, but one of my girls was attacked by this man, and she said that he wore a leather apron and carried a knife. And his face, oh, he has a horrible head, with rat's eyes and a deformed mouth. She even said that she knew his name, Pizer or Pizer, I think. But I don't know where she can be found. Margie, Nutcracker, the girl I'm talking about, could tell you more, but I had to let her go last week.
Okay. I get to ask about Tumblety here. That seems interesting. That seems odd. But I don't think he's Jack then. Whoever this is, this Leather Apron. Why? It seems odd to move. Like, I can see moving from threatening someone, like mugging someone, essentially, moving on to killing someone. Like, you've got a knife, you threaten them with it. You kind of get to a point where you have to use it. But I can't see from going from there to mutilation. If you're just a thief, if you're just a mugger. So I don't think he's it, but he might have some information for us if he spied and if he was spying and happened to catch sight of who actually did it. Right, so where is Margie?
Why did you let Margie go?
The poor girl caught a shameful sickness, and the symptoms have attacked her face, if you know what I mean. So I gave her notice, and a little bit to help her along. I don't know where she is now, but she'll certainly be getting treatment at the clinic if she's still in the neighbourhood.
Did you speak to the police?
What would they do? Who cares about the girls in the streets?
Tumblety.
Would you have received a visit from another doctor, a stranger by the name of Tumblety?
I'm just like you, Doctor. Sworn to secrecy in my profession. But as I've taken a fancy to you, I can tell you that this name is not unknown to me. And if you do me a little favour, it is possible I might remember something about him.
Sworn to secrecy? Alright, well, what's the favour? What fetch quest do you want me to do?
What kind of favour must I do for you?
You see that man over there? He's a rich artist, a painter, a regular client round here. Well, yesterday, he came and left his cane in the umbrella stand in the hall before going into one of the rooms. Well, when he returned to this room, the cane had disappeared. It's a cane with a massive silver knob. Must be worth a fortune. He threatened to call the police unless he got free services in my establishment for a year. I'll be forced to accept, unwillingly, of course, given the services that he's demanding, unless the cane is found.
So what happened?
Did you question the residents regarding the theft?
They didn't see anything, and there's not one of them that would risk stealing from a client here.
Who was in the room when your weasel of a client was in the chambers?
There were a few that came and went, but Mary could tell you better than I can, 'cause she was the one at the counter yesterday.
Is she scrubbing a carpet?
Thank you, ma'am.
No problem, my angel.
Like, this is a rug. This is a carpet. A carpeted area. She's... hang on.
What happened to this rug?
Oh, it's when we got a coal yesterday. I asked the young man to fill the pail. Came back to put it down, but his feet were covered in soot and he made a black print. Madam Bella said it was my fault and I got a shilling's penalty. I also have to clean the print and it's no picnic. He has immense feet, that boy.
Okay, well, we'll ask about the coal, man.
Who delivers the coal?
It's never the same person. I'd never seen that lad before.
Alright, what about this theft of the cane?
I heard that there was a theft yesterday. Did you see anything?
No, and I was here the whole time.
The coat stand.
Do you always keep an eye on the coat stand?
Oh, yes. Well, when the coal delivery came, a client came out of the chambers and stopped me from seeing the boy who brought the bucket of coal. You don't think he would have taken advantage?
Could have done.
Until next time, miss.
With pleasure, sir.
Right, well, the logical... Can I...
Best not to stray off in that direction.
Yes, okay, so it would have been in here.
These paintings are suggestive, at the very least.
I love the awkward Britishness going on. Being, exemplared by, Dr. Watson. Right, I can't talk to you.
You're in a rush, my pretty.
No, go away. Right, so we're looking for this cane, are we? Oh, we want to go and talk. We want to go to the hospital. We're going to go back to the dispensary to talk to, I assume, the doctor, certainly. Hello. Uh-oh. This is why this game needs more light. I'm getting confused and turned around. I don't know what it's going to look like on YouTube. That's the problem with this. Like, YouTube kind of darkens things. Like, I assume there's not going to be any coal deliveries at this time of night, so I'm not going to be able to talk to whoever's delivering coal now to find out who it was yesterday. Let's talk to you, sir.